Hi, I'm Josh, owner of Yoke, and today we're going to be looking at the tool Relume, relume.io. Relume is an incredible tool that we effectively use for site mapping, so mapping out websites as well as wireframes here. So let's dive straight in. First off, it's really important to know that this is a shared account that other people can look at the work that you're doing in. So any confidential information, or if you're not comfortable doing that, please just don't do it. We'll figure out a different way. Second of all, I should have created you a project name in here, and this one I've created saying example company name, and you could just click into the company name that I've produced there. Let's just look at one that has been produced. This is Mittal. I'm sure she won't mind, but this is kind of what an end project sort of looks like. You can see the home page up here and the sections throughout it. It's a big home page, Mittal. Then you've got the about page and the different components, not really the components of it, the different pages that branch out from the about page there. We've got the services page, curriculum here, and then we've got this parent/carer information, which is effectively the services on this particular website in particular. If we jump onto the wireframe bit by clicking the wireframe bit at the top here, we've then got the whole website laid out in front of us here, and this is what a complete website would look like. Quite a big one as well. This isn't a tiny website here, but I think it's really fun showcasing that and showcasing how Mittal has actually built this out herself, and it was from her feedback that we've decided to move forward with this being a really staple way of us carrying on here, i.e. Mittal said it was brilliant and much better than previous websites that me and her have built together. So let's click on this example company name. Now I haven't fully filled it out yet, but what I've really tried and done here is produced like a really simple site map and something to go off. So again, I haven't really fully finished this one yet, and I want to do more to help out my customers, but this is a very basic way to look at it. And just to showcase it here, you can press add there, and it adds a new page, and you might want a contact page on the edge. And the idea of site mapping it is really understanding and visualizing where that customer is, and how that journey is for them. Like if they were to find, they would first go to this service 1 here, or the services page, then they would find this service here, and then they could go into different pages that really outline the details of that service. Or you might have the About Us page that has the team members section on it, but you might have a whole other page dedicated to those team members. You might have a whole other page dedicated to that mission or vision of the company. So really simple to build out and again visualize and understand that. The wireframe tool is, however, why we use Relume.io, and it's the best. First of all, it works really well in conjunction with Webflow, but the first thing to look at is the way that I've laid out this page here. So this is so effectively what I've done is I've laid out an example page of the way that I would put together a web page effectively for all companies out there. Websites aren't as complicated as people make out. I probably made out that they're more complicated than they are. Effectively, you're outlining it in simple terms, explaining it in a little bit more detail, and then, of course, calling people to other sections of the website that are relevant to them. For instance, this introduction here, I've really tried and made it simple here what should go there, i.e. briefly introduce your business and its purpose, use this section to create a connection by speaking directly to the problems and how your expertise helps solve them. And of course this section might tell them to go, if you want to learn more about us, click on the about page or the team page. Then we go down to this section here, which is more sort of about outlining the pain point that they're in at this second. Before our service, this is how you felt, and it's really identifying with the customers. I like a little bit of pushing that point here, the cost of not doing that, the cost of inaction, and then you start introducing your solution here, your services, and so on and so forth. I actually was showcasing how easy it is to delete sections and so on in it. So there's more to this page than that. I then started to also highlight an About Us page and so on, but I'm not going to go into that in this video. The next part to do is really, this is just a nice template to really try and make it easier for my customers. But the beauty of this tool is how simple it is to use, i.e. if I go add section, we've got thousands of components in here. And let's say I wanted to add a blog in here. I could just search blog at the top, find, you know, what would be relevant to this here, and just pop it in there. And I might say, oh, well, I really don't want the blog to be called blog. I prefer it to be called insights. So I can start popping it there. And oh, I probably put that a bit too soon on in the page. So I'm going to drag it down to the bottom there. And again, this isn't really how the blog is going to look in the end, or how even the hero section up here above the fold is going to look in the end. This is really just to showcase for you when you're writing on a page, when you're doing it yourself, you know, to understand what the title is going to look like on there, you know, how long. Let's say you start writing a paragraph this long, that's probably too long for customers. So again, it's just a really good way of visualizing how this website would look, how big titles are, how sections weave together, and how that homepage is going to sort of be as an end result there. So just a really, really good tool to visualize that. Then we can take it over to Webflow, and of course our jobs is to make this look exceptional, really tie it in with your branding, and keep it engaging so that customers, you know, continue reading, continue scrolling, as well as it being easily navigatable and a lot of other things. So I'm going to leave that video here. I really wanted it to be short, sharp. The last thing I guess is that you can use these to like you can press regenerate copy here, and you know, you've got various things that the AI is going to help you out in generating that copy there. So these are really, really, you know, it's a lovely tool that really helps you out along the way. The very last thing, and the only problem with this tool, is that we have to be a bit careful here. We did have one instance of a customer losing a bit of their work, and it's just scared me. And therefore, if they didn't lose their work, they lost a couple of hours of work. But when you're painstakingly writing that perfect sentence, this is really important. So all I would say is throughout the process, just highlight some sections once you finish them, screenshot it, just so that, you know, these can be, you know, if the need arises, we can have a little look at these and retype them out. The way that we would retype it out, by the way, is not actually retyping it out. It would be taking the screenshot, throwing it into something like AI, put here is, you know, a screenshot of text, write it out as you need, and AI will be able to look at that and do that. So really, really simple. It is a really good tool, but just be a little bit careful. Again, I've only had one instance of this, but it's panicked me. I'm going to leave that video here. Relume is an incredible tool. This is only going to help the whole process of building that website quickly, efficiently, and getting it right first time.